Have you ever wondered what it takes to push beyond the limits most people accept as reality? To transform pain into strength, weakness into power, and failure into fuel? David Goggins, in his memoir Can't Hurt Me, shows us that the boundaries we perceive are often illusions, and that the human mind can endure far more than we think if we are willing to face the brutal truth about ourselves. This is not a book of theory or easy motivation. It is a roadmap of discipline, resilience, and unflinching honesty. Today, let's dive into the core lessons that Goggins teaches, lessons that can fundamentally change how we approach life, work, and personal growth. The first and most fundamental lesson is accountability. Goggins calls it the accountability mirror. He explains that too often we blame circumstances, luck, or other people for our failures. We make excuses and hide behind the comfort of denial. The mirror, however, reflects the truth. Every limitation, every regret, every unfulfilled potential begins with you. Goggins challenges us to stand in front of that mirror every day, to confront our weaknesses and lies, and to write down the brutal truths we try to avoid. Only by acknowledging them can we begin to dismantle them. Next is the concept of the 40% rule. Most people stop when they reach what feels like exhaustion, pain, or discomfort. Goggins discovered through experience that when your mind is telling you, "I've had enough," you've only tapped into about 40% of your true capacity. There is a vast reservoir of untapped potential waiting on the other side of discomfort. The lesson is clear. Growth, resilience, and strength exist beyond the moments we think we cannot continue. To truly excel, we must embrace discomfort and lean into it, not avoid it. Goggins also emphasizes the importance of callousing your mind. Just as hands develop toughness through repeated friction and labor, the mind becomes strong through repeated exposure to hardship. Challenges, failures, and suffering are not obstacles. They are the tools of mental fortitude. Each obstacle we willingly face trains the brain to handle bigger challenges. Avoidance may feel safe, but it breeds weakness. Strength comes from deliberate practice in embracing the struggle. A central theme throughout the book is the power of embracing suffering. Goggins' life is filled with extreme experiences, from enduring Navy SEAL training to ultramarathons and extreme physical challenges. Each story illustrates a principle. Suffering is temporary, but the lessons it teaches last forever. Pain is a teacher, not an enemy. When we stop resisting it and begin learning from it, we transform adversity into advantage. This mindset can be applied to any aspect of life, not just physical endurance. Another key lesson is the importance of self-discipline and routines. Goggins maintains extreme physical and mental discipline, but what's remarkable is that he treats discipline as a habit, not a choice. Success, he argues, is not about motivation, which is fleeting. It is about building systems that make excellence unavoidable. Early mornings, hard workouts, constant reflection, and relentless pursuit of improvement. These aren't glamorous acts, but they compound over time to create extraordinary results. Goggins also addresses fear and the voice of doubt inside all of us. He calls it the cookie jar, a mental storehouse of past victories and moments of triumph. When facing new challenges, he reaches into the cookie jar to remind himself that he has endured before and he can endure again. It's a powerful tool for managing fear and self-doubt. By remembering what you've overcome, you find the courage to tackle the present. The book teaches radical honesty about our personal excuses. Too often, Goggins explains, people create stories to justify mediocrity. They rationalize failure with reasons that sound valid but are actually self-imposed limits. One of the most empowering lessons in Can't Hurt Me is to identify these stories, strip them to their core, and replace them with accountability and action. Excuses are the mind's way of avoiding pain. Confronting them head-on is the way to freedom. Finally, Goggins' philosophy centers on embracing suffering not just as a means to an end, but as a way of life. He argues that personal growth, resilience, and greatness do not come from comfort, praise, or easy victories. They come from daily choices to push further, to endure more, to look adversity square in the face and say, "I will persist." This is the ultimate lesson. Life will challenge you, it will test you, and it will hurt. But it cannot hurt you if you refuse to let it break you. Every struggle, every failure, every setback is an opportunity to build a stronger self. As we reflect on Can't Hurt Me, the message is simple yet profound. Your mind is stronger than you think, your potential is far greater than you believe, and your limits are only as real as the excuses you accept. By embracing accountability, discomfort, suffering, and discipline, you can break through barriers that once seemed insurmountable. David Goggins' life is proof that extraordinary resilience is not reserved for a chosen few. It is available to anyone willing to confront the truth and take relentless action. Remember, the path is not easy. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to endure pain for the sake of growth. But the reward is immense, a life of strength, purpose, and unshakable confidence. If you want more insights like these, make sure to stay connected with our channel, The One Light, where we continue to explore books and ideas that illuminate the way to extraordinary personal growth.